Wait a minute though, because the match is you versus Thorne in a dog collar, but it's got to be on the
Not
barge.
a fucking chance that's happening, buddy. That don't work for me.
That doesn't work.
That's
for
not
that.
work for you?
Nah, I'm gonna be sick that day.
Yeah, I think I'm staying retired.
Well, hey, yo, welcome back. This is AIW's The Card is Going to Change. My name is Ronald Two Legs. As always, I am joined by AIW owner John Thorne. What's up, Thorne?
I'm here.
We got a couple cast of characters with us as well today. To my left here, the Duke. We are at
Home
Duke
court advantage today.
Duke W3. That's
It's
right.
going to be an echo with these large ceilings.
Yeah, we're
Sorry, my vaulted ceilings may cause Justin Summers problems.
This is an audio critic.
Yeah. And we are also joined by the intense icon, Joshua Bishop. What's up, Josh?
Hello.
What's going on?
Not so intense today.
No, man. I think
He's on the couch in the AC. He's cooling down. He's
I already
chilling
let
out.
the intensity out for the day. Gotta save it.
You got to save it. You got to let it build up.
Yeah, I released my intensity load at the gym.
That sounds
Like a video game
disgusting.
health bar. You
Yeah.
gotta charge it up.
Yeah, just ripped all my powers.
That sounds gross. What do you want to talk about? People want these in-person pods. So.
Yeah, we got together again. We're just rolling along here. We figured we'd get a cast of characters in here. We stopped off at Duke W3's, had some JoJo's and some chicken tenders.
It's tender night at DW3.
Yeah, all you can eat tenders.
And we got Josh here, we got Duke here, and just threw it out to the Discord if anybody had any questions. Somebody wanted to know if you could wrestle anyone, who would it be? And I said that was kind of a generic. It's kind of tough.
Who's that directed towards?
I think either one of them.
Thorne.
Me?
Yeah.
I would like to wrestle nobody if I had the choice.
That's kind of where we started the podcast. Yeah, it was.
That's my choice.
Thorne says he's
Nobody.
still staying retired.
How about you, Josh?
You.
What?
I think me and you can make some magic together, maybe a cage.
A cage?
We've never
Barbed
wrestled
wire.
singles, have we?
Dude, I think you're the only person that's pinned me every time I've wrestled you, to be honest. I used to be 6'8" when I came to this school. Now I'm fucking 5'10" for all those Duke drivers, probably.
How many times have you guys tangled?
Just quite a few times, but never one-on-one. Cybernetico, fair shows, Winchester shows.
Random
USWA?
tags. No.
I don't think so.
There's that
Never.
one Duke driver before COVID started.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that-
true.
yeah.
You
Started the
did
whole
it. Yeah, you
pandemic.
did create
When
a
I started
pandemic.
COVID,
Yep.
by shifting the polarity of the Earth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were patient a zero, weren't you?
Yeah.
I remember
Wow.
that.
Put the nail in the coffin of UXWA with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
Couldn't
out
come
to,
back from such an impactful thing.
Shout out to the former Jeff from corporate, who is now
What's he
returned
doing
to,
now?
He's returned to his original form, Razor Sharp. He put the Razor Sharp skin back on.
Did you
Oh, yeah,
guys
now
let him
that
file
I'm,
for unemployment?
He put the jersey back on.
Now that I'm the corporate icon, by the way, can I make my own matches if Thursdays come back?
Thursdays they're not coming back.
If they ever come back?
I'll say yeah because they're never coming back.
All right.
We got it on tape that he said yes.
We have one.
I was just gonna-
Thank you.
We have one
Yeah.
Thursday.
What'd you say? Don't go back. What'd you say?
Yeah, he said
What did you
yes.
say? If there's Thursdays, I'm allowed to make my own match. Thank
We
you.
have a Thursday.
Duke, I will see you in a barbed wire match on the Thursday show coming up.
Wait, don't I have to
SummerSlam
sign
weekend.
off
August
on that?
1st.
Yeah, Duke.
Thursday.
Me and you. Oh,
I got to sign off on that.
Dookie.
SummerSlam weekend.
Dookie, me and you.
Sounds like
I don't know
the
about all
match
that.
is
People
made.
want. Come on.
I don't want to take away from Trips and his big event, you know.
Come on, Duke.
Can you believe that they've already sold 45,000 tickets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Again.
People want to go, and they'll pay obviously absurd prices.
I hope we get like what's 10% of that?
Of 45,000?
Yes.
4,500. Just take a zero away.
I'll go for 5% of that. Give me 5% of that drop.
That'd be 2,250.
Yeah, give me
That'd be
5%.
Yeah, I'd love 5%.
What's 2%?
900.
I'll take 2%. Give me 2%. 2% of you people traveling in for SummerSlam this August come to AIW on August 1st.
and you can see me and the Duke in a no ropes barbed wire match.
You can see me and Josh out front before the show, shaking hands.
Before we have this match.
You have never been out front before any show shaking anybody's hands.
I announced I will this show. It's special meet and
Yeah,
greet.
me and you. Before the death of the Duke.
So
Live. And I don't like to use that word, but Duke, I do think that maybe there would be a chance that you could bleed out if we had a barbed wire.
Probably is.
So like WrestleCon's probably going to have like the Hardys, and we're going to have the Duke meet and greet down at the temple.
Standing out front.
Round the block.
Shaking hands.
I got
Wrapped around the temple.
I got a cat. Speaking of the Hardys,
Oh.
got a cat named Willow.
What does that have to
Nice.
do with the cat?
I don't know.
The Hardys?
Big ups, though, for getting a cat.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome.
Yeah, got a cat. I actually put a deposit on a different cat that I had no connection to,
Yeah.
and then I have been losing my mind a little bit extra lately, and I've been going on Pet Finder a bunch. And I really don't even fuck with the color gray or in any way 'cause I'm a sweaty guy.
You're supposed to just go to the APL, dude.
So then I was on Pet Finder, and then they had these little gray kittens on the APL, and I was like, all right, I watched one of those Sopranos. Then I was done. It's like 3 in the morning. And then I thought about that cat again. I saw its old name, Evening Primrose. Not really fucking with the name. Love
No.
the pick though. Was it burned in my head? Then I watched another episode, and I was like, damn, I'm still thinking about this cat.
What episodes did you watch?
I'm on. I'm only on season 2, so I'm not that far in.
What happened?
It was when I was still watching season 1. It's when Tony takes Meadow to college.
Oh, that's like one of the most pivotal episodes of all time.
And then he
kills the old
tells her
mobster.
about how she's
Kills the
unhappy.
who? He kills the mobster in witness protection.
Yeah.
Oh, is that who that guy was? When they went to
Yeah.
the restaurant or whatever, and after he killed him? Like he found him at a hotel or something? Isn't that?
Yeah, because they were visiting college campuses.
Yeah.
He was an old mobster from...
Yeah, but he went to chase this guy down? Is that what it was?
No. He just happened to see him.
Yeah.
Because they were in a small town.
And
I
then
have
that guy
not-
almost killed Tony, but then he didn't
Yeah.
because his daughter was all fucked up.
I have
She was
not given
drunk.
that show the attention that...
Spoiler alert.
I just started
gonna
recently.
say,
Don't
yeah,
spoil it for me. Don't spoil.
I've watched it through, like, no joke, I've probably watched it through 15 times.
I just watched the episode with John Favreau last night.
I don't start things
Oh, where
until
you saying,
late.
you saying, Budokai or something.
Yeah.
I started it late,
Yeah.
and I went back and watched the first ones, and then I think I started it again, and I'd stopped.
Oh yeah. So then I get
Season.
this cat or whatever. So I wake up in the morning and I'm like about to go to the gym. Also, I have a IWR show on a Wednesday at IWR to leave for at 3:00. It's like 1:30. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go get this cat. Quickly go get this cat before the show. But I'd already been preparing for a cat because I already had all the essentials.
You were cruising Pet Finder. You were
Yeah,
already
exactly. Because I made out a list. I had a severe mental breakdown one night. Then I was like, probably should get an emotional support animal. Made out a list, pros and cons of a cat. Took all the cons.
There are no cons.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
anymore
there's
because
a
I've
big
created
There's one big one.
alternatives
There's a
to
gigantic
them.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
big
there's
one right at the
yeah,
end.
What?
Yeah.
When it dies.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
yeah.
yeah, that was, that's rough.
Also, I'm
fucking
not really trying to
brutal.
scoop litter. You know what I mean? So I got an automatic litter box. Thank you, Facebook Marketplace.
You know what
And then,
I was going to tell you? They do this thing now, which I might actually switch to. I was going to tell you about it because you're a cat guy. They have this thing where they send you their cardboard litter boxes, and it's like a litter delivery
just, like, wrap
system.
it
You
up
just
and
throw it out. Yeah, when
My
they're done, you
cat-
throw it away, and they send you a brand new cardboard box.
My cat will not squat every time he's in the litter box.
Yeah.
So, like at my old place, he used to pee over the side of the litter box.
So it's like I think it's enclosed.
And I thought it was like he had like a urinary problem.
yeah.
So I took him to the vet.
just like pissing.
They had to put. This is why you guys never see this cat. Okay.
Welcome to Cat Cast,
I
everybody.
had to.
All
when
four
I took,
of us, well, three
when
of
I
us,
took
huh?
him to the vet, they had to put a Hannibal Lecter hood on him
Oh, jeez.
because he
man.
was trying to kill everyone.
Well, you should have raised your cat better, dude. You got rid of those bad habits. You know, I've been doing every night with my cat. I spend 20 minutes and we clicker train.
My cat,
We clicker train, Duke.
my
Nice.
cat will lay down with me. He'll be fine. But when there's somebody else in the room, they're gonna die.
It's not good.
And-
you got to teach your cat to be
So
friendly.
anyway, he
My
was
plan on
fine.
bringing my cat on the road with me to
fine.
meet. It's got to meet its
Yeah,
cousin.
I would too.
It's got to meet its cousin Barry, the bear.
So his litter box now is. You see this bin right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that with a
door in
door cut in it.
Yeah.
So because when he stands up, he still tries to shoot it over the top because he's an asshole. But most of the time, he doesn't make it.
That's funny. Has your cat Josh entered the phase where it just like runs from like midnight to 4 a.m. nonstop?
So I have to keep it in my room right now and only let out at certain times because my roommate's cat is beating the shit out of my cat because my cat is 10 weeks old.
Oh.
And so it is just getting thrown into the wall when I try and play. So it's but my cat is
They'll figure it out.
Yeah,
it's
that'll
working
change.
on it. But it just doesn't know it's so small. But
Yeah.
you guys got this gray, black, and white face. Pretty sick. So I just named it Willow. Shout out to Goat Jeff Hardy. Appreciate it. Thanks for the
Nice.
time in New Orleans.
I was wondering where the Hardy reference
Yeah,
was coming.
I was waiting for that. That's a,
Oh, yeah, my bad.
That's a
Sorry.
big
Yeah.
circle around the globe there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Shout out Rhino, IWR, legend.
Yeah, I was to say that was 2 weeks ago when
Yeah.
I told you to come to the pod. But you're like, I can't. I got to do a show for Rhino.
Yeah. Got my cat that day.
That was Terry.
the man.
Yeah.
You guys are on first name basis, huh?
I would never call him that. I don't like knowing people's real names or seeing their faces.
I call
hate
him
it.
Ryan No.
Yeah, exactly. I hate seeing people's faces.
Well, what do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know.
Thought we were doing cats. We moving
Yeah, what's
on?
up?
Yeah, it's a sensitive subject for me.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Me too.
John's not liking the subject.
It took me a year and a half to get another one.
I'm going to build a ring bed, I think, for mine.
What? Well, you guys never really seriously answered the question. If you could
What's
wrestle anybody, who would it be?
I mean, it used to be Eddie Kingston, but he's canceled on me 5 times.
Yeah, now he's out. Till,
afraid.
now he's out till 2025.
Yeah, well, I mean, probably shouldn't be such a coward and be afraid of me.
You think he's ducking you, or
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. That looked pretty
Clown.
gnarly. I didn't realize it was that bad. I thought it was an angle.
we'll see.
Yikes.
Well, who else you got on your list?
We'll see. Me? I got the Duke, of course. Let's see. I mean, I am hankering to drink Hangman Adam Page's blood.
I read that somewhere on the internet. That you said that.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah, I got a thirst for it.
you like a vampire?
No, it's just, I mean, okay, you want to drink some blood? Well, I'm the blood drinker, so we'll see.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I sucked someone's blood out of their head before and spit in their face.
I remember that was
Yeah.
pretty fucked up.
I don't know if I want to get into any blood drinking, but
Yeah.
No blood play for you, Thorne.
no.
That'll get the real freaks out of here.
I'll keep those thoughts to myself on whose blood I want to drink.
Hey, if you want to talk about blood play, Jesus Christ, brother, you should have seen me after fucking July after Absol last year.
Okay, we're moving on. I don't know who invited you on to be this guest. Your mom listens to this podcast.
I can talk about
Yeah.
when I bled all over the place.
Love you.
Who did, answer the question though?
Yeah,
if
you
you
didn't
could
say you're
wrestle
wrestling.
anybody.
I don't know. I have no idea
Dude,
because
just say me.
for some reason everyone's.
Let's narrow it down to alive, if that makes since he said.
yeah, that's what I'm
anyone,
saying.
let's
It'd be
say-
easier if dead. Alive, I have no idea.
Well, let's say who dead then? Who's your
Me,
dead?
you know,
pick?
I'll throw another one out there for myself. Young Jay Lee. I'd love to get in there with him at AOW.
Who is that?
He's from Buffalo, man. He's awesome. He's the man.
Yeah, I think I've seen him at Black Label. He's cool.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Well, don't worry. Once I get my Thursday power back.
Don't bring it up. Let him forget
Yeah.
about that.
Thursday power.
You already said yes.
Yeah.
It's on
You
this
already- it's on
podcast.
tape.
You saw what happened to the last guy that was running Thursdays.
Yeah, exactly. He had a deal with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Who's coming after me?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Swamp Man.
Dude, Swampy knows. Swampy and I got a mutual respect for each other.
Oh God.
What? That's why we're never adversaries. Me and Swampy see each other in the locker room. You know what I mean?
Daps you up.
Brother. You know what I mean? Hit me with his fucking fin the other day or something.
He's got a fin.
I don't know what he's got, man. That dude's a character. Where'd you guys find that, brother?
Swamp.
What happened to that, brother? How'd you get that, brother?
Indiana, in a place called Coaches.
Yeah.
Was that on gun night?
Oh God.
Gun night. Yeah.
So that's been asked in the thing, like, oh, is there any specific event or and like the details stuff you want to deep dive on? We should one day deep dive on
Let's
gun
back up
night.
for a quick second. I misspoke. Coach's was the actual bar we went to.
Yeah,
what was the
yeah.
other place you guys went to?
What?
Oh,
Pepper's Lounge?
Pepper's
Oh,
Lounge.
my
That's
God.
what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. Gun night.
That's where Manders and his dad were gonna fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I tell you about how I took a girl to Pepper's Lounge like a year ago and I almost got killed? Or
Yeah, there's a shooting there while you were there.
no, this was a different time. So, Westapalooza, I wasn't on because I was on a wedding. After the wedding, this one chick and I were talking, hanging out, and she was like, "Yeah, like I want to go out somewhere," and I was like, "Yeah, me too," but like, all these places are lame. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go to some regular spot, and then it hit me. Oh my god! I know the best spot in Indianapolis, Pepper's Lounge.
Not the best spot.
And I said, "How risky are you feeling?" She said, "Pretty risky." I said, "All right, let's go to Pepper's Lounge." We go to Pepper's Lounge.
That is a risky place to go.
So,
I have never been there.
And we almost get killed.
The visual I get is Porky's and Torchies from 48 Hours like combined.
So here's this Uber driver, supposed to be a woman. Michelle supposed to pick us up. A man picks us up. Does not look anything like the picture.
It's always a good sign.
Immediate red
always
flag.
a great sign in this city that I don't live in. And I'm also in a suit, and she's in a dress. We're fresh from the wedding, going to the Peppers.
Yeah.
And we're going. Then this dude just asks us if we want to try any crystal.
Whoa.
And then just pulls out a bag and is just snorting meth while he's driving. And
It's a talent.
It's a big jump.
yeah, no shit. And I pretty politely declined. No crystal for me, sir. And also, as I begin to shit my pants in the back seat, because as we're driving to Peppers, he decides to go ahead and just turn off his Uber thing and just say he dropped us off, and then turns and signs himself off, and he says, "I'll just hang out with you guys tonight."
Oh God.
And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm gonna die. And of course, I'm just sitting in the back seat, like, laughing because of all the BS I've seen at Pepper's Lounge before. And this girl has no idea what's about to happen. She's like,
The
not
meth head
picking
just
up.
didn't
This is a
Invited
girl
himself to
you
your
met
party.
at the wedding, or you took her to the wedding?
We knew each other.
Okay.
We've hung out a few times previously.
Okay.
It was
Became
more.
reacquainted at the
Yeah,
wedding.
we were business partners. But,
Again, your mother listens to this podcast.
yeah, it's business only. So, I wasn't looking for love, just business. But, then.
Not looking for meth.
This one's
either.
going.
Yeah, no shit. So then
one's going behind the paywall.
We pull in Pepper's Lounge, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm about to come in with you guys." So then the girl gets out. He locks the door before I open my door when she shuts
no.
it. I text the girl while we're driving, like, "Hey, just so you know, this dude's doing meth and he might kill us. So, like, don't befriend this guy. Like, when we get here, we're getting away from this dude as soon as possible." So she has no game face, so she starts mean mugging him in the back seat, so then he knows there's a problem.
Oh, God.
And this dude's also been snorting meth the whole 25-minute drive to Peppers.
Yeah, I'm sure he's
And I'm
pretty
not-
even.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure how long meth takes to kick
Just
in.
to take the edge off.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how long fucking gray crystal meth that you're snorting out of a bag takes to kick in, but I'm going to assume probably less than 25 minutes.
I've seen Breaking Bad. I'm pretty sure it's instantly.
Yeah, so then this dude has like,
You ever see that movie Spawn, dude, with John Leguizamo?
yeah, he's just going, and he's like, "Yeah, hold on." Like, he offers me again. He goes, "You want another one of this bag?" And I go, "No." He goes, "Well, you want a perk to mix it?" I'm like, "No." Well, then he takes a perk and snorts his meth. Then goes, "Hold on, can't go in there with this." Pulls a gun out of his waistband and puts it in the middle compartment. And the whole time, I'm literally shitting my pants in the back seat, like. I cannot believe that I am literally going to die. It's like comical to me, also in a way.
Like,
Where it's
he-
I'm
that's
gonna
what's
die.
gonna take you.
It's almost a prank because
yeah.
he checked off every box possible.
Oh yeah, it's like because there's
You did send me a text like, "Hey, I think we're gonna die tonight."
Let's do some meth. Let me put my gun down. Let me do all these things.
Now they wand you before you go into Pepper's Lounge because of the shooting that was there the last time we were there, Thorne. But so we go in.
He
and
knows
then
the rules.
This girl's like, "Hey, why were you in the car?" And I just grab her and I go to the bar right away. Hand her my card. I go order 3 drinks. Act like we're cool. I'm ordering an Uber. We're getting out of here. I got to act like I'm taking a piece so this dude can't see me. You know what I mean? Ordering an Uber. But also I'm worried if this dude turns his stuff back on, he's
gonna get
trying
the
to leave.
notification.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
kind of tweaked. So I'm like, okay, I got to go in the bathroom. So I go in the bathroom. There's single serve only. He comes in with me and shuts the door and just stands back to back with me while I'm peeing. He's peeing in the trash can and just goes, "It's cool, brother. That's what you do in the joint." And I'm literally like, "Oh my god,
Just a little
dude!"
back to piss
just-
job.
Yeah, a little back-to-back pisser. And then he's just pulling out the meth again. And I'm like, I am literally going to, and this dude's eyes are bugged. And I'm like, I am going to die inside of Pepper's Lounge. Luckily, we go out. I order this Uber super secretly. We got 6 minutes to kill. So, like, I'm like, hey, let's BS with this dude a little bit.
There's
like,
there's
order
a
a
staff
shot,
of
you know what I
Ubers
mean?
right there, ready to go.
Yeah. I'm like, 6
I love
minutes?
the
All
idea
right,
that
Jesus. So
maybe
then I
he-
just had a cardigan for 6 minutes, get this dude a shot. We had a drink. We chirped. I made the girl act like we were in an argument. Then we started, like, aggressively making out. You know how it is when you see, like, a couple arguing in public. I said, let's just do one of those. Go outside, and then we fake argued our way into this car.
I love the idea that you thought, what if he turns his phone on and he's the Uber that picks us up?
Yeah, dude, that'd be.
Hey, it's me again. You need to leave. Let's go do some more meth. The
well,
guns
it's
in the
supposed to be
car.
a girl
Hey,
that
it's
picked
me
us
again,
up.
Molly, or whatever.
Oh, so I asked him. I was like, "Hey, so like,
What happened to Michelle?
Yeah.
oh, no,
she's in the trunk.
Oh, so this is also I forgot to tell you guys this part. So I asked him. I'm like, "Hey, so like, what's up with those?" He goes, "Oh, this is my chicks. I got an Uber on because I got 5 pending felonies right now." Oh my God. I'm like, "Oh, great. Okay, like, what are they?" And it's all like assault with deadly weapon. Manslaughter charge. It was like these like crazy charges, and I'm like, great. I'm like,
So Michelle is his Uber front.
yeah, it's like his girlfriend that's Uber account he uses to drive to make money for.
Jeez.
5 felonies pending, and he's got a girlfriend.
I mean, brother, love stops with no
High
bounds.
quality, high value man,
Yeah,
as they
Can't,
say.
can't stop working either. He's got 5
Yeah,
felonies.
I guess
Definitely
that's
looking
good.
at
He's still
time, but
working,
he's
so yeah, I
got to
guess.
punch that clock.
yeah.
That's a positive.
And then luckily we skirted out of there. But then on the way out, this was pretty messed up. This was a pretty sad night actually. So we're leaving. And like this car in front of us merges into a motorcycle,
Oh,
and
geez.
hits a motorcycle like right in front of us. Yeah,
What happened?
I mean the person died.
Jeez.
Like went flying like 20 feet in the air.
Well, I mean, you kind of left us hanging there for a second, so I wasn't sure.
I told you we carnied our way out.
Clearly
Me and
he
the
got
girl had
back.
a fake argument.
He made
Yeah,
it back.
I said her and I we had a little fake argument. I was giving her the Iggy a little.
No, I
squeeze,
meant to the
squeeze.
guy in the motorcycle.
Oh, you died. You got hit by, he merged into this one car right in front of us. Yeah.
He literally merged into the car.
And then our driver stopped and then like rolled over the car. Yeah. And then this driver stopped for a second. And listen, I'm not trying to say that you should have stopped in this situation. Like obviously it was tragic. It was hard to see. Like I would be shook also. But part of me was worried when this driver stopped for a second to like let this accident happen, like watch this accident in front of us, that the dude was gonna realize we left and go get his gun and couldn't kill us. So I was
like,
so
you're like, go,
terrified.
go.
Yeah, because we weren't even like fully out of we were barely out of the parking lot.
Yeah.
I saw a dead body once on the highway. It was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
Wow, this podcast is taking quite the road so far.
It's been an interesting couple minutes so far.
brother.
Yeah, I was only there once, I think.
It wasn't as entertaining as Josh's visit, was it?
Well, I was only there for about 10 minutes the last time I was in there.
This
and
with
I've had
Manders
my-
and his dad.
I've had enough of Pepper's Lounge.
People get pretty fired up at coaches too. Remember Fonzie wanted to fight everybody?
Yeah, Fonzie. Oh, I'm
like I
not
wanted
going
to
to say what.
Well, he was doing other stuff too. But
Fonzie made a friend in there.
Yeah,
oh, I
he
forgot
did.
about that. Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, he was mad. His girlfriend was in a Fonzie.
Fonzie and the Bev were going to fight in the streets. Oh,
Yeah, because
Some
these,
random people.
yeah, these people ready to fight Fonzie. Smacking.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Fonzie was caught with his pants down, I think.
I think he was too.
Years ago. He's a married man now.
Oh, Fonzie.
So, Duke, who do you want to wrestle?
Yeah,
You can
Duke, who you
wrestle
want to
anybody.
wrestle?
Come
I
on with
have
it.
no idea.
Who's left on the list?
Anybody that wants to wrestle me, I'll wrestle. I don't care.
Dude, what about me? I want to wrestle you.
Well, not in a barbed wire match.
All right, let's do it regular.
I'm an old man.
All right. Let's do a singles, Norman.
I'm an old man. I'm confused.
Get him down 20 seconds.
Get him down there.
Stealing
at
in
the,
the store.
Get him down there in the ACW arena.
Yeah, Duke, what about me and you at, you ever been to a B-Dubs parking lot on a Thursday?
Not to wrestle. I've been to one
You
many
could be.
times.
You want to be? You want to be at
I
one?
don't know. It's in West Virginia, right?
Yeah. Little 3-ish, 4-hour drive. Easy.
I don't know.
8 hours on the road with the boys.
They got
Quick
an
and easy.
airport there.
Yeah, they got an airport there.
No, the airport
No.
is like 4 hours away, I think.
I did fly home once from Charleston, West Virginia,
Yeah.
in a plane that had propellers on it,
That's awesome.
and this was like 15 years ago, so it wasn't
You ready to go back?
super old. I don't know.
What's the worst place you've ever been to, the Duke?
Worst place I've ever
Yeah,
been to?
because I know you love Fiji. Fiji's your go-to offer spot. It's your go-to vacay spot.
I don't know. I got to say, I think up high on the list is probably when Thorne and I went to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's kind of a shithole.
Yeah, that was. We had bugs in our hotel.
And we had bugs
stuff.
in our hotel room, and we had unbelievably rude workers. And
That's where the road nugs came from. You gotta
problem was
keep
is that
some
you
You gotta
nugs
keep a
on
nugget
deck.
in the chamber.
In the chamber.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what.
we couldn't get into the worker hotel. We had to go to the bootleg hotel next door.
Wyndham next door. Yeah.
Yeah, it was arguably the shittiest hotel I've ever stayed in.
Duke became really good friends with Jade Cargill that weekend, though.
I didn't speak one word to her, but okay.
She stood next to the Duke.
She did. She was ordering a
Were you
drink.
Myron?
What's that?
Were you Myron?
We were on a diagonal. I was talking to Thorne, and he just kept saying, "Oh, there's your girlfriend," or "Why don't you ask her out?"
I took some pictures that made it appear that like Duke
That's
and
funny.
Jade were.
Duke was Myron.
I'm not sure I'm her type.
That's gonna be the cover picture for this episode is Duke and Jade Cargo.
That's on an old. I think that's like 2 phones ago.
Thank God.
I can't remember. But yeah, what do you guys?
That place sucked.
Yeah, that was a bad.
That sucked.
That was a bad trip.
Jacksonville.
Yeah. It was a bad trip all around.
Any memorable absolution moments you wish to discuss here on the podcast? We got the road to absolution coming up. You guys excited for that? We got the rap show coming up, and then we'll have absolution. It's
Light
absolution
summer.
season.
Light summer schedule this year.
Yeah.
I got some pretty
Yeah.
memorable absolution moments.
We lost all of our extra gigs.
Lost or didn't try to get back.
Were not responded to.
Well, we got the. How many did we do last year? We did.
3, 4.
We did North Canton, which we still have.
We lost the flea market.
We lost the fleet. Well, they're not running shows.
Well, because that guy, I don't know what happened to that guy.
The other one kind of just disappeared, right?
Wadsworth's gone. Went to the monster or the Nightmare Factory.
That guy went crazy.
He went to the Nightmare Factory. He's going to be on the Nightmare Factory showcase coming up
Yeah.
next week.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
live stream that?
local Wadsworth promoter. He went to
that
the
on
Nightmare
Triller?
Factory. It's going to be on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we no Fonzie tournament this year.
That's the one I was talking about.
Let's run it at Canton.
No,
Why?
the Fonzie tournament.
We can't in front of little children and
They
like
love
that.
violence. Kids love violence.
You can't eat a
Children do
funnel
love
cake
violence.
covered in blood.
Yeah, you can. Kids love violence.
I agree with Josh.
No.
Kids like me are pretty violent.
What's the date on that, by the way?
What?
We're having a normal conversation on the podcast.
What?
What's the date of the North?
You got sent all the dates.
I don't remember.
It's like the 10th, maybe
Of July?
August.
Oh, August. Okay.
Yeah, 10th. I
That's
think.
late. Isn't it usually in July?
No,
No,
the
it's in
Fonzie is
August.
usually in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
North Canton's usually the second Saturday in August.
Okay. Well, I got to figure out when I'm going to go out of town and spend some money. And
Yeah, the 10th.
Yeah,
August 10th.
8-10.
you were unable to schedule Absolution during Comic-Con, so now I can do both.
We can bump it back if you want.
I'd rather you didn't.
Go like July 27th.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What's that?
What do you think? July 27th?
Is
No,
that-
I think 13th is good.
It's the
What day
27th.
is
Why we had the
Comic-Con?
maybe on the
Comic-Con
schedule all
is
that time?
25th to
Because there is a
28th.
727 maybe. He's
What are you
he's
looking
had his
forward
whole.
to?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
probably the Fonzie tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's usually it was usually that weekend.
Gotcha. And the
No,
dates.
Comic Con is 25th through 28th. I already got my pass, but I don't have anything else.
Wow. Look at you.
I got to get a hotel.
You got a guest? You're on a guest list?
What are you going to dress up as, dude?
Yeah, my friend. I'm a professional. I have a professional badge.
What are you going to dress up as?
Nothing. I don't dress up. Doesn't really get you anything other than there's random refreshment areas you can go into.
You just go as the Duke?
Yeah. I have been
cosplays
recognized
the dude?
twice, so yeah. Yeah.
You ever see any celebs in the refreshment area?
No, but I've seen. I ran into Tom Kenny.
Who?
Guy that does
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Oh.
And then Putty was on the floor. I walked by him. He was mobbed. I couldn't get close to him.
David Putty?
Yeah, he was.
Wasn't
doing
somebody
a-
going to see him somewhere
Yeah,
recently?
we're going. He's at Colossal
Colossal
Con. Yeah, me and Derek are going to get in
He
line and see him.
he was doing a Venture Brothers panel, and I saw him in the hallway. I walked past Michael Rooker from Guardians of the Galaxy and all that.
Mallrats?
And,
Who was he? The
Walking
what was the
Dead.
cop show he was
From
on?
Mallrats.
Did you get a pick?
Not the commish.
Did you get a
The
pick?
Shield or something.
No, that's Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, but what was the one that the guy you're talking about? He was on one that
Oh,
was
I don't know.
like for a long time. I forget.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I don't know.
Just know him from Mallrats.
We do have a
Slither.
We do have a question.
Not Guardians of the Galaxy, the most famous role he probably had, or Walking Dead.
No. Slither. He's in Slither.
Of course.
I don't even
Who am
know
I
what
talking
that
to?
is.
He's in Slither.
I don't even know what Slither is.
It was a movie on.
It's about some woman who gets pregnant with a giant slug or something.
Jesus
It's,
Christ.
it's sitting Slytherin. slithering around. That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's a solid synopsis.
We did get a question for Josh and the Duke. This one comes from Russell Williams. He wants to know for Josh, was watching Danny Havoc versus Tim Donst at WrestleRager a factor behind doing more extreme things in the ring? Or I mean, we kind of just talked about you were just a violent
serious
kid.
question.
You just like
What,
violence,
me?
huh?
To be honest, no.
No, it was not.
No, I don't even really think I probably watched that match, to be honest.
Were
with
you were there as a student at that time?
Yeah.
maybe?
I probably was on like the WrestleRager I wrestled the Bev at, I think. So it was
Okay.
like probably right after I debuted.
Gotcha.
So I think I probably had to do like some other thing also.
So you just kind of liked violence in general. You didn't need that match to.
Yeah.
To push you in that direction.
Yeah. I was just waiting for the opportunity to do some violence.
Fair enough. The question he asked for you, Duke, if you could manage anyone all time, who would it be?
Oh my God.
Besides
Strictly
me, Duke.
manage.
All
Besides
time?
me.
What's that?
Besides me.
Josh, that's true. Present company accepted. Wow, that's a great question. Of all time,
I feel like you had to have been asked this ever before.
I've
haven't you?
never been asked
Really?
this
Wow.
question. Probably
Dr. Dan.
no. No, I would say. Oh my God, I'm trying to think.
Shout out to Dr. Dan. I think we were a little harsh on him last week on the podcast.
All right, shout out.
Nah, he's all right.
For some reason, I keep going back to Rick Rude, and I don't know why.
Rick
in my
Rude, huh?
head.
The ravishing one.
Would you have him airbrush your face on his tights?
Yes, I would airbrush his face on my suit jacket. Him or oh shoot, he just left my brain. Mr. Perfect.
Mr.
Because
Perfect.
he's just so fucking good.
So you just want to be Bobby Heenan.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
and
you
that's
do
what
the
it's
top
coming
hat.
out to be. That's what it's coming out to be, but that's not what I'm getting at.
Duke the brain.
But
Daddy.
Okay, so
Daddy.
let's
You're my
tighten
Kurt.
let's
You're my Kurt, kid.
tighten our lives up.
no, let's tighten this question up a little bit.
Kid, you're my Kurt.
We'll get to what you're talking about in a second.
Fonzie.
AIW specific all time.
What's up, Fonzie?
Hey, kid.
Manage an AIW.
Yes, of any era,
Oh my God. I've managed so many fucking people.
but somebody
at
you
the
haven't managed
curls.
yet.
Look at the curls, kid.
I didn't know he was here with us. All of a sudden, he's on the pod.
Hey, Daddy. I stayed. I haven't left Cleveland since Friday.
God, that is an even tougher question. I'm trying to go back in my brain.
While you're thinking about it, well, Josh, why don't you explain what you're doing and why you're doing it?
Okay, yeah.
What? Doing what?
Yeah, what you're doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just talking to my man Fonzie.
Hey, kid.
What's he say to you?
You're my Kurt, kid. This is my Kurt. Look at these curls. Just like my old buddy Kurt.
Kurt who?
Mr. Perfect, Daddy. That's why you're Mr. Perfect Jr. Josh Bishop. Mr. Perfect Jr., Daddy.
Has Fonzie ever introduced you to people with this introduction?
A few.
I
A
think
few. Fonzie's the man. That's why I hit the Perfect Plex in tribute to my main man Fonzie and the legend, Mr. Perfect.
because I think we've escalated in talent since I came back in 2009 and did the whole, turn and all that stuff. So it'd probably be somebody new-ish. It'd probably be Tom.
Tom Lawler?
Yeah. Because he's so fucking wacky that I think we could do some good shit together.
Oh, okay. It's a little onion that I didn't expect to peel today.
Yeah.
Well, who were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking anybody, but it wasn't Tom.
Oh, I think I like people that I can play off of, and we can do stuff together, like when we do promos and shit. And I think we could do some. Fun
Tom
stuff.
takes himself real seriously. I don't know if you knew that.
Tom's
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think we could do some funny shit together.
Well, that's something I didn't expect to hear. That's an unexpected answer.
Yeah. My tag team partner, you want?
Is it your tag? I thought you guys just wrestled 4-ways.
What do you mean? Pay attention to the product, brother. Teddy Long made us an official tag team.
That was just one night.
No. We've tagged all over the country, Duke.
Oh, okay. All right.
All over the country.
Teddy Long made that happen.
Yeah.
True.
Thanks. Shout out to
Do you
Teddy
know
Long.
do you know our name? The tag team.
The tag team?
Yeah, we're just a tag team. We were the world's newest tag team. Then, probably by the time now, there's a newer tag team. So
Teddy
now we're
Long
just
got Teddy Long
the
got
tag team.
Teddy Long got a little mad at me that day
Why?
I never heard this story.
because he's like, hey, I got this Undertaker belt.
Oh yeah.
And I said, okay. So he wanted to do an additional meet and greet in which he charged people
Oh, he kept the money.
to where he kept the money
Oh, Teddy.
specifically for the Undertaker belt, where he wanted to just pitch to people, no, you should take it with the Undertaker belt and not without it. And then he was going to keep the money.
Those oversized suits ain't free.
He said it's I think he said it's like a 1-on-1. WWE warehouse gave it to him when they were
Can I not have a tag
when
team
they're
partner?
moving. Huh?
Am I not an official tag team with Tom? Am I just a nomad? I got no partner.
I mean,
You're not the nomad, thankfully.
I mean, I am. I can't
shit,
even get
that's
picked on a
that
goddamn
blast from the past.
Cybernetico team.
Remember when he was on the Alan
Two-time
Cox show
absolute champion,
defending
doesn't?
wrestling?
no.
You don't remember that?
Fuck, man.
I mean, it sounds
Getting a
familiar,
pick for
but I don't
Cybernet?
remember what he
Jesus
said.
Christ.
I don't either, but I remember I was at work and I was like, holy shit, it's the nomad.
You know the Nomad? You hip to the Nomad?
The nomad?
Local Northeast Ohio legend.
That's me, dude. I feel like a nomad, man. I'm just losing my mind lately. Just don't know what's my cause, dude. What's my purpose these days in the realm of the
How's the shoulder recovery going?
It's pretty good for when they tell you to not do anything for 6 months, and then you just take about a week off.
Just a week.
Yeah, that's all you need is a week. It's about the mindset, the mentality.
You felt a week was good enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you this, Josh. Russell would also like to know top 5 TNA wrestlers of all time. I feel
Jeff
like you
Hardy,
could go
Kurt
on
Angle.
for a while with
Jeff
this.
Hardy, Kurt Angle, Abyss.
In any particular order? Are you
way
running them
faster
5 to
than I
1 or
would've
like how
anticipated.
are we
Samoa
doing? them?
Joe. I mean, those are just number one of
top
all time.
5.
Okay, number one of all time, Jeff
Yeah.
Hardy.
Okay.
Number
Number
two,
one.
his
TNA
guy.
wrestler. What do you mean?
And in TNA, no less.
Yeah, the Antichrist of professional wrestling. Are you fucking kidding me, Thorne? Are you smoking crack right now? You don't think his immortal heel
Were you
run?
hanging out with that Uber driver?
Your
smoking
mind
meth?
wasn't
He did more
blown?
meth in TNA than your Uber driver.
Your mind wasn't blown when he turned his back on the fucking world and
Can't
joined
say-
Hulk Hogan and
can't-
Immortal
can't
and
say I saw
smacked
it.
Kurt Angle over the head with that damn crutch?
I don't know how you guys have watched so much TNA.
Are you
haven't watched
serious?
any.
Yeah, none here.
You
I
didn't
thought
know?
zero.
Very little.
Dude.
I watched TNA when the Tenacious Z was working Wednesday nights.
I watch more when they were running out of the fairgrounds
Come
on
on.
pay-per-view.
Right, that's
Come
what I'm
on.
saying.
Yeah.
Come on. You're
The
kidding.
Johnsons or whatever they were.
The Antichrist of professional wrestling, that's a great heel.
The only thing I saw Jeff Hardy do ever in TNA was
Steal the show?
kill Homicide with a steel chair when he got stuck in the red cage.
Oh, yeah.
That's really the only, like, I have not watched a lot of TNA.
Are you serious?
I'm
Why?
dead serious.
Why?
I went to their first ever Roadhouse show
Yeah.
and their first ever.
That's the one when you were walking around in the stands and you went backstage.
No, that was here.
Yeah. Oh.
I made it all the way to Gorilla. I could have walked out of the entrance.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Jeff Hardy, number one. The glow paint era, sick. Then comes back to WWE, ready for a run, kills it. Goes to TNA, kills it, sick. Kurt Angle, number 2, unreal,
I
legend.
would agree with that. No AJ?
I'm getting there, Duke.
Oh, okay.
Is it your list or my list?
Are you going to take a mark pick with Kurt, or are you like,
Oh,
okay,
absolutely.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
I think you should.
Anybody. I mean, TNA legend
Hell yeah.
gets one. They'll donate their time to take one with me.
Hell yeah.
But number 3, probably Abyss. To be honest, I mean, Black Hole Slam, sick. Thumbtacks, awesome.
Hell yeah.
Number 4, ooh,
Oh, I did watch Abyss and Sabu have the barbed wire match.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Wasn't it awesome?
It was pretty good.
And then we'll go number 4. I would say probably Samoa Joe here.
Mojo earlier, yeah.
And then number 5 is just tough because you could go the phenomenal AJ Styles, or you could go Raven, and it's just
Raven.
yeah, dude. Raven had a sick feud with Abyss, and Abyss shaved his head. Actually, James Mitchell shaved.
I
Raven's
drove
head.
Raven when he was the NWA TNA champion.
How was it, sick? Was he cool? Did he have the strap?
He's like,
with him?
hey, kid, drive slow. I got a dominatrix following the car. Told her to come back to the Marriott with me. So,
Don't lose her.
What?
And he made me put my seatbelt on.
he said, put your seatbelt on.
When you're dealing with a dominatrix, safety is important.
Put your seatbelt on. I can't have you dying. I got the dominatrix following us.
He didn't want to get pulled over.
They used to run. I took a CPA test once where they used to run Nashville Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Because I was dating a girl that lived in Nashville and I was going to move there, and I had one more CPA thing to do, so I took it down there. because I figured I was going to be down there already, and I hadn't moved yet. So I had to go to fucking Nashville to take a test.
Did you go to that? What was that place? The White Trash Cafe where Teddy Hart and CM Punk fought each other?
No,
Across the street.
just the fairgrounds with the tin roof, and it rained. It was loud as fuck the whole time I was trying to take the test.
So who's your number 5?
I guess I'll go AJ Styles. You'd have to. He's a TNA OG. You know what I mean?
Double J.
What about
not even
Elix
on the
Skipper
list,
for
huh?
the run off the top of the
Oh
cage.
yeah, that rocks.
And being arguably one of the coolest dudes of all time, because he was super cool when we brought him in that one time.
That Eli Skipper spot
Over
makes
15
the rounds.
years ago was crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny how every once in a while, like once every year or so, some like a normal non-wrestling person will see it and it gets like viral again and gets like passed around that clip.
Interesting story about that, Duke. We didn't bring him in or pay him. Some random promotion paid him to be on that show.
Was it the bar?
No, it was like some promotion.
Cecil's?
No, it was like some promoter paid to have Elix Skipper wrestled Nate Matson for his title or something.
Yeah, he
He
was
wrestled Nate Matson a few weeks ago.
He was super cool. He was just sitting at the bar chilling while fucking Matt Morgan was doing heaters like they were going out of style.
Hell yeah.
Snot
The
rocking in
DNA
that.
of TNA?
Matt Morgan was not as cool as Elix Skipper. I'll just say that.
He snot rocketed right on the Patrick Hayes.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about a pussy?
The DNA of TNA did that?
The blueprint.
Another question we had: was there a moment at all that made you want to be a part of professional wrestling? Is there some before you got involved in the business? Was there a specific moment that made you kind of say, like, I want to be a part of this?
I don't know. I mean, not really, because I always knew I wanted to be a wrestler. I mean, even though Thorne had to keep me out of the school for 2 years, but I already knew I was ready
Liability,
to rock.
brother.
Yeah, but so I mean, I went to the first TNA or not TNA, that NXT show in Columbus at the Arnold. Like I begged my parents to take me, and then my dad took me. And then we went to
I was
the next
there.
Day. All-time great memory for
You
me.
see me in the
and my
front.
wife.
You see me in the front row of LuFisto at the show, dude.
No,
Me, Biggins, LuFisto in the front row of the first ever house show.
no, but
Wait, which one?
the
in
first one at the
Columbus.
Arnold. Yeah, it was in Columbus.
That wasn't the one we went to.
No, that's not here.
'Cause
Hey,
we had, no, we had front row. Remember we drove to Columbus? You, me, Biggins, and
There was 2 in Columbus.
somebody else. Yeah, it must have been the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If Biggins got the
think
flat tire on the way back.
I think they did it 2 years in a row. Like
Yeah.
they did NXT house show, then they were at the Arnold.
Yeah. So
We did the house show.
The first one ever, I remember just like, I was like, it was like so solidifying in my brain. I'm like, oh, there's no doubt I cannot be a wrestler. Now, my dad and my uncle took me and I just left them because there was no seats at this one. It was all like standing room kind of.
Yeah.
But, like,
At
besides
the
front
Arnold
row,
or at the
at the venue.
Yeah, it
In
was-
the bottom, it was like, there was
I
like
went-
some seats and it was pretty much all GA'd.
not
like
me,
a
brother.
weird-
I was in the front row.
All right, well, it must have been fucking nice, Thorne. I didn't have those fucking luxuries as a 17-year-old.
Perks.
But,
If you were been training, you would have
Perks.
been
You
in
could
there.
have got some perks from the Uber driver.
well, if
Yeah,
you
not
would
those
have
kind of
not
perks,
denied me, and then I truly was so mad the time I came to the school and no one checked my ID ever.
Well, I mean, we used to do a photocopy.
Yeah, no one ever checked my ID. Once,
We
and
always
then I was
check
just like-
IDs. We always keep all of our contracts on file.
I
for
started
legal
yelling
purposes.
at Dom about that. Actually, did you know when you signed up, I used to videotape every single person as they signed the contract and make them make a video statement that they will not sue me if they die.
No.
Those
Will that
like,
hold up in court?
yeah,
Got
fuck
it, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then Dom just fucking gets lazy. He doesn't.
But if they're dead, they can't sue you. The family didn't make that statement.
They've probably,
Yeah, but they're an adult.
They waive their, you know.
But they're dead.
Yeah, but they waive.
Yeah, but that was their alive wishes was to not sue me.
Yeah.
Their family could go. That's not
their-
my wish.
Their last dying wish was that you
I
don't
want that
sue someone.
$20 you got in the PayPal account.
You show that to a jury, that's holding up, brother.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Especially when you can't see the guy holding the gun on him in the background.
Yeah.
yeah. So just maybe that show overall, I was just so jazzed up. You know what I mean?
That's
I
kinda-
could not be after seeing KO and Alex Riley tear it up.
Do you remember what year that was?
Oh, I mean, I think I was maybe
2017?
No, because I graduated high school in 2016. Like either 2015 or 14.
I would say 14.
Yeah, either 14 or 15.
I don't know, maybe 50. I don't know when they started touring.
Yeah,
It was like right when they
that was a sophomore.
revamped.
I think I was a sophomore.
revamped NXT.
in high school, maybe.
Right, I mean, KO's almost been in WWE for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we went the second time. I forget who the fourth person was that went with us. But it was Biggins, me, you, and somebody. And Biggins got a flat tire on the way home. I remember that.
Wadsworth.
And we had to sit there because
Wadsworth never goes on any trips.
we didn't change it.
He did with me.
He's like, I got AAA. He calls
Wadsworth
AAA.
did?
Yeah.
We waited for like 25
to be in and
40
out of New
minutes.
Jersey, right?
Yeah, Slumber Party Massacre.
Thorne, I know you've kind of talked about your beginnings in wrestling. You've been doing this since you're about 15. Was there a specific moment that you kind of, said, hey, you know what I mean? Like, what was there a specific thing that made you say, let me call this number to rent this ring and kind of get this whole thing started? Is there anything you can recall specifically?
Yeah, this guy that was in my algebra class named Joe Gabbard, a.k.a. Fatal Concepts,
Oh, that's sick backyard
That was
wrestling.
his. What?
said his cousin was a wrestler and got me JT Lightning's number. And then me and Wadsworth went to a couple local indie shows. That was pretty much it.
Fatal Concept.
Fatal Concepts.
Is that a name? Like his name? Or is that.
That was his rapper / backyard wrestling name.
Not to.
Did he rap his own song? Like,
It's
to
a
come out?
terrible name.
We wrestled each other. Actually, to come full circle, we wrestled each other in Josh Prohibition's parents' backyard at a official BWF backyard show.
Wow.
What were you gonna say?
What is your guys' like earliest wrestling memories? I'm curious because you're all kind of
Earliest?
old. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be
No,
I'm just
we're
curious, Yeah,
I remember.
because I could tell you mine, and I'd be curious to know if you even remember.
I can't remember. I can't remember the first time I watched it on
Yeah.
television. I can remember going to Public Hall, which I don't think exists anymore, with my dad and two of his friends, and we watched an NWA show. And I remember Jake the Snake was on it, Flair was on it, the Boogie Woogie Man was on it.
My boy.
What's that?
It's my guy.
That's Josh's voice.
And
So
a
it's-
couple other
I
people.
think, was it NWA or was it Georgia Championship Wrestling? 'Cause I just watched that Dark Side of the Ring.
I don't know.
I just watched that Dark Side of the Ring on Black Saturday, and they have Jerry Briscoe's on there, and he was talking about how they made the territory expand into Ohio, Michigan, and somewhere else.
What I can tell you is it was all those guys. It
Yeah.
was all the non-WWF guys at the time. Like I'm pretty sure. Orndorff was on it, and probably Arn Anderson or the Andersons. I forget exactly all of the people. So that, and then my dad took me to the same place to watch WrestleMania 1 on closed circuit TV. I was like 13, I think.
I don't remember my first memory of seeing wrestling.
Yeah, I don't remember when I was exposed to it initially.
But there are a few things that I vividly remember when I was like younger. Well, I know there was a house show that I went to, and I remember, I don't know, maybe I was 7, 8, or 9 probably years old, somewhere in that range. I remember making a Mega Power sign. I made like Hogan and Savage's arms, like
Yes.
you know,
That
Like,
rocks.
drew it out.
yeah, like drew it on a poster board. Made my dad get me a bunch of poster board,
Yeah, I only ever made one sign ever.
but I forgot the signs when we left. Well, I was pissed.
That's tough. That's tough.
But I remember like I don't specifically remember what show it was or anything like that, but I remember that I got the tickets like maybe for Christmas or something, you know, it was going to be my first time going. And then I got home from school that day and my mom was like, I got some bad news. Your dad got stuck with overtime and he can't take you. And then I was like so sad. And then my dad was like hiding in the house. And like,
Frank.
So this actually
That's fucked.
explains all of your evilness very well.
It's all making sense now.
Yeah, it's
So
all
then-
coming full circle, as he likes to say.
So then I went. I don't really remember much about it, and I don't know if it's the same show or or a different show, but I remember going to another house show. It could have been the same one. I don't know. And I remember it's right when the Rockers broke up.
Oh.
So Shawn Michaels was coming out to Sexy Boy, and I didn't know what that meant, but I just knew that it was probably it was like something bad. So like I thought I was gonna get in trouble because like they kept saying sex, as the song was playing, and I kept like looking at my dad, like wondering if he was gonna like,
Like, what are we doing here?
What's going on here?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then just another memory I remember is the magazines were like gigantic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I remember, and I found it in Biggin's collection actually, and I pulled it out and I have it now. My dad would always like, you know, get the magazine or whatever when he was at the store. And I only watched WWF.
Me too.
So one day he came home with the WCW magazine because my dad didn't watch either. He didn't know,
Yeah.
you know. And
Just
it's,
grab that one on accident, you think? Or
he just didn't know. He just thought it was wrestling. You know, it was
Gotcha,
wrestling.
gotcha.
And it was Sting with the world on his finger like a basketball. And I was like so pissed. Like I got so pissed about that. And I threw it on the ground.
Oh, man. I threw it on the ground.
But then I would like secretly look at it like,
Yeah.
who are these people?
I do remember, because it was before the first Mania. I do remember being in my basement watching Hogan beat the Sheik on TV, which was 84. So it was probably right before the first Mania. So that was probably the first time
And
I
then
can
like
remember.
another thing that I remember that after I had been watching it for a while, but it always stands out, is I remember watching the Ultimate Warrior get locked in the casket, and he like clawed the cloth inside the
Yeah.
casket. That was like a big thing.
But you say you only did watch WWF or WWE. That's how like all of my wrestling friends, I had like 5 or 6 friends in high school that we were huge. We would go to all the house shows. We would do everything. I had 2 of them they were almost exclusively Crockett NWA guys. So we would always argue back and forth about, you know, who was better and this and that. But they were big Horseman fans and Flair fans and Sting fans. And I was like, what are you even talking about? So you kind of missed, being that way back then, you kind of missed out on a lot of good stuff.
And then the first indie show that I remember going to was probably like 92, 93, 94. There was a indie show it was promoted by, I think, Norm Connors in conjunction with that SEP public access show at the Brooklyn Rec Center, and it had like Beef Stew Lou Marconi was on it, Handsome Frank Stiletto, Kenny Hendricks, who still wrestles, was on it. I'll never forget that he came out to Rock Me Like a Hurricane. His name was Hurricane Hendricks. That was the first time I ever saw an indie show, and then didn't see another one like till I was like probably 14 or 15. Wadsworth had like in the infancy of like the internet, his family was like super into technology, and they had like their own website, and like they all had like bios about themselves.
That was a big thing back then.
Yeah. And like some guy like cold like emailed him because he talked about wrestling on his, and was like, you should come train to be a wrestler. His name was Talon. And we went to a show promoted by Bubba the Stompin' Hillbilly.
Whoa.
Somewhere in like Akron. And there was like, you know, kind of the same crew of guys there. Lou Marconi, Frank Stiletto.
Yeah.
Beef stew Lou.
And then there we got a flyer to go to another show. And then that show was the day after the first ECW house show in Cleveland, which we went to. And then, so we went to ECW like on a Friday, and then Saturday we went to this indie show, and there was like fucking, no joke, like 13 people in the crowd. And it had like the Pitbulls, Stevie Richards, the Bushwhackers,
God.
Wow.
Reckless Youth, Mike Quackenbush, like I think Adam Pierce, Tom Brandy, Joey Mercury, and Christian York. Like Wadsworth can find you the exact lineup, and it's like it's insane, the people that were on the show. And there was like 13 people there.
I never went to an indie show ever.
Wow.
Until
Dude, I saw you when I was in high school.
Well, maybe you did.
I
but
swear to God, I'm not
I'm saying
being a dickhead.
I never.
I saw you at a show, and I was blown away that a star like the Duke would be coming through this fuckhole in Barberton, Ohio.
Until I got trained,
Where, the Shamrock?
I
I don't remember the venue.
I
called,
never-
but I used to see my boy.
I
Dallas
never
Harper.
knew that this even was a thing. Like I never knew that world existed.
Indies?
Until I had no idea.
Until you showed up with a movie crew saying you were starring on a movie about wrestling.
That's not at all what I said.
Green Door Productions.
Green Door Productions.
I'll
that's
never
right.
forget that.
I think my earliest memory of remembering wrestling was when Yokozuna sat on the Snake, on Jake the Snake.
I have no idea what any of you guys are talking about.
What was the
Earthquake.
Snake's
That
name?
was Earthquake.
Was it Earthquake? Not Yokozuna.
And then he made burgers out of it.
Damien.
And they ate them on TNT.
Yeah, when Damien got like sat on or whatever, that's like my earliest.
I remember
memory.
that too, for sure.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You don't remember that, or you never saw that?
You wasn't alive.
No, my earliest memory is Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker on Raw.
But you're aware of who Jake the
And the
Snake
crazy-
is.
But you know who
match. Yeah.
Earthquake is,
Yeah.
and
I'm
Jake.
aware of these guys, but I've never seen that shit.
I'm just saying.
pretty
that-
cool.
You
Respect.
asked mine. I told you I was
What do you
old.
mean?
I'm
Big
fucking
Evil
old.
versus Jeff Hardy for the undisputed title on Raw. That's the best match of all time.
Jake the Snake bought crack in Tom Dunn's car once.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And he bought a
Allegedly.
gallon of gas station vodka, I think, too, right?
In a hot plate.
Hell yeah.
And Cena's debut on SmackDown.
You know what that
That's
hot
another
plate
early
was
memory
for.
me. That's why I'm pretty jazzed up for Kurt Angle. I mean, this is pre-recorded, but
That's fair enough.
pretty
That's all right. That's fair. And
I'm gonna tell me
famously,
my number 2 in TNA. Let's see how it goes.
I've said many times on this podcast, my first indie was the tag team Double Dare Night 2 of 2016.
Well, there you have it.
With
How could you follow along if you weren't at night one?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that. So
You missed,
Jonah went to the first night, and him and I had gone. We talked about wrestling,
yeah,
like
yeah.
WWE
I've heard
stuff,
this
and
story.
he was like, "Yeah, you got to go to the second night."
So funny story about Double Dare Night 1. Double Weekend Night 1 was when Big Twan learned that the blood in wrestling is real because there was that match with the Headhunters.
The Headhunters, yeah.
And there was all this blood when I was a student at the time, and me and Twan had to clean up the blood and the barbed wire boards and stuff. And he wouldn't help me clean the board or carry the board to the outside dumpster at Mount Carmel. I had to like drag it by myself.
Yeah.
Because there was so much blood on it that he was getting scared of
was
the real
like, no.
blood because he wasn't aware that the blood in wrestling was real and he thought it was all fake.
You know what else is real? All the cigarettes the Headhunter 2 was smoking on the
Downstairs,
staircase.
yeah.
Probably why they won't let us back in there.
I had a good day with them. I took them to a
forget.
buffet. I had a good time with the Headhunters. I loved being a student on
their
airport
mu-
duty. That was
their
the
mus-
best fucking job.
Their music hits in Gorilla. We're the Headhunters. I go running down.
Yeah.
I run down the stairs in Mount Carmel. I go, hey, guys, your music's on. As soon as I say the sentence, one of them goes in the bathroom and the other one lights up a cigarette.
Another cigarette, yeah.
I'm like, your music is playing right now. Yeah.
Thank God we weren't live in those days.
Yeah.
This is awesome times.
They had to make them wait for it.
Oh, yes.
Now one of them is missing a leg.
Yeah, you got the boots still?
Yeah, I got them. I should
Size
try to.
are they?
Did you check the boot for a
What size
flip?
boots you got?
Huh?
What size boots are those?
I think they're like 10 and a half.
Is there a Beatus foot in one of those boots?
Let's see. I might see if I can roll my toes.
I'm thinking about selling them. I'm thinking about putting that premium item on the.
I'll
the
buy them
gimmick
from
table.
you. I might try and.
I got
if
the whole gear set actually.
Really?
Did he sign
Yeah,
them?
yeah, they're all signed.
Yeah.
If I fold my toes up, I might be able to squeeze my foot in there.
Well, they curl up,
Get
though,
those
right? Don't they?
expander things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're curly boys.
My feet
gotta
curl
load 'em up.
You think? Yeah. Well, I wear a 12, so I don't want to.
They might be. I mean, I don't know what size they are.
I feel like you said you had to wear extra socks with them. I feel like you could fit them.
I could fit a whole gun in there with them on.
Why do you know
Yeah.
With your meth and your perks?
No, that was different time in Indianapolis.
There's another time in Indianapolis.
Things were loaded.
Yes, they were.
Forked me in the back.
Fanny pack was heavy that day.
I was going to say, it's always the fanny pack. I thought.
Yeah, I remember
Remember when you just forked me in the back and then just didn't do it in the live show?
What?
Remember when you just took that fork and forked me in the back of the clusterfuck in the locker room?
No.
And you didn't even do it when we went out there for your entrance just to open me up?
Oh. when you chugged that Tito's on your entrance too,
remember
was
when you took a
legendary.
fork when we were fucking around in the back and you just kept forking me in the head with my big gig mark from
I shouldn't be allowed
our
in.
player match the night before.
Shouldn't be allowed in places. That's why I don't try to go. That's why I don't go to other shows anymore. I can't be contained. I can't be controlled.
You just gotta stay AIW only.
Yeah, or fucking. You know, I only have to answer to myself, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
There's no HR department?
Oh yeah, there is. It's me.
We fire at the HR
And
department.
me, I'm in corporate now.
Corporate Josh is taking over.
I got my own spot on Thursdays now.
He heard
We're
him.
not running Thursdays anymore.
We got
Pretty
one
sure
more.
We got one coming up, Duke. Maybe you should pay attention to the product.
Oh boy! Well, we've been going for about an hour, so it started off a little slow, a little rocky, but we feel like we got
Hey,
going.
we're talking
there
about
pretty
cats
good.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
great.
you know, they like to sleep. They like to take their little naps. My cat likes to sleep on my neck. It's a little bit annoying.
That's awesome.
I do appreciate it. It's a good idea.
I was hoping your cat would try and come out when
No,
I
he's
first got
hiding in
here.
the closet, I'm sure.
Scaredy boy. Well, anything anybody else wants to get to? Anything else you want to say or throw out there? I know Josh has been challenging Duke to a cage match all
Dude,
night
let's
long. I
just
don't know if we're ever going
have
to get
one.
that or not, but
Duke, me and you, Rager. Let's just book it now.
Rager? All right. Rager.
Me and you at Rager, Duke.
see, this is exactly what
Thorn.
I'm talking about. This is starting off the idea that Thorne had, for the gimmick for Wrestle Rager this
Can I
year
wrestle the Duke at Rager?
in a cage.
No.
Damn it!
Can't do 87 run-ins.
I'm trying
They get
for
the
you.
giant ECW.
Duke
I'm
had a
trying.
good one last year, except Duke was being a little coward every time I would try and cut him over with the tubes. He kept running away from me.
Yeah, that was a smart
Just let
move
me-
on my
just
part.
let me
Not a
catch you
fan
up
of
with a little
tubes?
glass, dude.
I'm not a fan of
in there
someone
with him?
else cutting me open.
Yeah, Rager.
Have you ever taken a tube?
Oh, yeah.
Fonzie.
Oh yeah. At the Wrestle Rager 2 years ago, right?
Daddy. Hey, Daddy, I told my
Wrestle
Mr.
Rager, the 50th anniversary show at
I said,
Peabody's.
Mr. Perfect, Daddy, get out there. Mr. Perfect
somewhere
Jr.,
else,
Daddy,
too.
get out there. Take those tubes and cut up the Duke, Daddy.
All right, Fonzie, if that's what you want.
Direct orders from Fonzie
Hey,
himself.
Daddy.
Well,
Hey, kid.
anything else, Thorne, you want to get to before we get out of here? Anything?
Hey, John.
No,
think
this
we-
has been
John.
enough for me.
John Thorne.
This is informative
Daddy,
enough.
You want to really renew?
It's a little walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
Walk down.
All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for us this week. We'll check everybody next week. For myself, for AW, for Duke, for the Intense Icon, Josh Bishop, for John Thorne, and even Bill Alfonso was here for a little bit.
Hey, Daddy.
We'll see you guys next week.
I'm never
Thanks.
going back to Tampa, Daddy. Cleveland forever.